Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to our Facebook Live Open Class. If you're training with us from home, don't forget to comment all the information we've talked about for the past 8 months. Name, rank, number of kids you got, location you attend, so we can mark your card. Real quick, I was just about to mention everybody that's here. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be closed for Christmas break from December 23rd through Sunday, January the 3rd. We'll reopen up on Monday the 4th. Everybody got it? So if you guys, that's almost 2 weeks. It's about a week and a half, a little bit over. You guys miss anytime, y'all can always make those classes up beforehand, just show up extra before or afterwards to get those taken care of. Everybody got it? All right, no questions at all, guys? Let's go ahead and get bowed in. Show me, right? And say, right? Oceguera, right? Yo! Jump jacks, go! All right, guys, if y'all are watching class with us, perfect. I see that Robbie's training with us from home. Guys, I really like to see who's training with us from home so we know what curriculum to cover. The lowest ranking in class today is a green candidate. I want to make sure we cover techniques for lower belts if you guys are training with us from home. I see that Kelso's training with us. That's awesome. We'll get going here in just a second. Everybody, mate. Keep your feet out for me, please. Go ahead and get your feet out nice and wide. Kibidachi. Ajimate. Good strong horse stance. Guys, if you have trouble with your horse stance, you want to make sure that your hips are back. A lot of times I see people doing horse stances like this, where they're pushing their knees forward and their hips are forward. Don't be afraid to push your hips back a little bit. That'll make it easier for you to push those knees out. From the side, you guys should be able to see me kind of push on my hips back like I'm about to sit in the chair. You don't want to drop and push those knees forward. Everybody see that? Hips back, knees out. Right take in out. Right! Switching punches on the counter. Good strong Seiken Zuki. Starting off super basic. Each. Knee. So. Sheet. Whether you started in kinder karate like Carson and Corbin, or whether you started with us a little bit later in life, this is one of the first techniques you ever worked on. Sheet. Go. Row. Six. Full hikite, please. Hotch. Two. Grant, you're getting taller and your legs are getting longer. I appreciate the bigness of your stances. That's a little bit too big. There you go, buddy. Hotch! You knew exactly where I was going, didn't you? Two! Last one, guys. G! Yeah! All right, 10 more. We're going to throw a Morote-zuki, double punch. Carson, for these next 20 punches you're about to throw, I need you to make sure you're hitting the right target. What is the correct target there, buddy? Solar plexus. Solar plexus. That's right below your chest. Right below your chest. Hey, it's okay. We're going to work on it, right? If you get something wrong and someone lets you know, well, guess what? That's good news because now you get to do it correctly. Ready? Each. Knee. Solar plexus. So. Sheet. Everybody pay very close attention to your left hand. I'm seeing a lot of people. If you guys are training at home, check this out. Make sure your left hand goes all the way back in hikite before it shoots back out again. I'm seeing some people pull it back about halfway. I'm seeing some people check out this right hand. Or this front hand. I'm seeing some people pull this hand back a little bit and then shoot it back out. But it's never going back into full hikite. It might be kind of up against your body, it might be down here. You want it in full hikite before it shoots back out. 4, 2. Everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Ready? Go! Row! Feech! If that feels weird, you may not have been used to that yet. Ready, Ann? Hotch! 2! Punch the body, Carson. Solar plexus, buddy. G!
Yeah.
Last 10. Each. Knee. So. Get down. Sheet. Go. Roke. Zeech. Hotch. Q. D. Yummy. Shake those legs out for me, please. Good. Everybody, right foot back. Retreat. Let's start off nice and simple, guys. I want to see a good, strong, in-place front leg side kick. You're going to step up, throw your kick, go right back down to where you started. If you guys are here, most everybody here has a green spot that they're standing on. Go ahead and put your front foot on that green spot, guys. If you guys are training at home, find a little spot on the floor, whether it's hardwood or carpet or tile, whatever you're working on. Find a spot to put your front foot on. Once you're done with your technique, once you're fully back to your starting position, your front foot should be on that same exact spot. Each. Strong side kick. Knee. Stomp. Sparrow, I really like that kick, buddy. I need a little bit better snap back after the kick, and keep your hands up. Go. Nice, here you go. Good focus overall, man. Good effort. Seach. Grant, make sure you don't step behind your foot, just next to it, okay, buddy? Hotch. There you go. Two. Gavin, keep those hands up, buddy. That kick is getting really strong. I like your speed. I love your effort. Those hands are going down every time. Two. Last one, guys. Ready, and G. It's not a side kick if your body's not sideways and if your toes are not sideways. Switch feet. Drink. Same kick off the other leg, guys. Same kick off the other leg. Each. Knee. Gavin, that's much better, but keep that up. So. There you go, Carson. Sheet. Carson, the only thing I need now is just speed it up a little bit. You're pausing with your feet close together. Work on taking that pause out. Hotch. There you go. Two. D. Switch feet. Retreat. Guys, I've got some purple belts, purple candidates training with us from home. If you are a purple candidate, that's Robbie, you're going to keep doing that side kick a couple more times. About 10, 20 more counts. Everybody else moving on to Kokoto Giri. Robbie, you are responsible for hook kick, but I want you doing side kicks for right now. We'll move on to hook kicks here in just a second. Everybody, Kokoto Giri, hook kicks on the count if you are not a purple candidate or below. Each. So really, guys, this should be the same exact kick, except you snap it over. Knee. You make it wide. So. Sheet. Remember, you're kicking someone in the head with the back of your heel. So you've got to make sure you get over their shoulder, hit them in the head, go across the other shoulder, then go back down to where you started. Go! There you go. Hook! Last thing you want to do, guys, is get caught on someone's shoulder. Then your foot's way up there, you didn't hurt them, and then you're about to fall down and eat the pavement. Don't do that. Hotch! Two! G! Switch feet. Drink! Same thing off the other leg. Last 10 kicks. If you're a purple candidate, side kicks. If you're not a purple candidate, Kokoto Giri, hook kicks. Each. Knee. So. Sheet. Go. Rope. Carson, I don't dislike what I'm seeing, buddy. The technique is all there. It's just a little slow. Speed it up. Hotch. Don't hang out on 2 feet for too long. I want you on one leg. Boom, like that. Hotch, get your leg up. Get your leg up. There you go. Cute. Not bad, guys. Ready, hand. G. Yum, hey. Knee right. And bow right. Everybody get over your spot again if you're not quite there yet. Everybody put your feet out wider than ready stance. Not quite as wide as horse stance. There you go. There you go. Good. Everybody make sure your back is nice and straight. Make sure your shoulders are not forward. From here, I think you guys can see that's perfect. From here, guys, again, feet out wider than ready stance, narrower than horse stance. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure my back is nice and straight. My head is directly over my hips. On the count, we're going to do a deep knee bend. We're going to work on taking your hips below your knees. I'm going to make sure my back stays straight. I will angle my upper body, but I don't want to hunch over. Everybody see that? Keep that back nice and straight. Come down, come right back up. Come down, come right back up. You guys are watching me sideways. Watch how my hips are going backwards. Now I'm going to turn so these guys can watch me. I don't want to go down like this. Everybody see where my knees are? I want to push my hips back. Keep my back nice and straight. My hips are lower than my knees. Then I push right back up. Everybody got it? On the count. Actually, why don't we bring our hands up and take our face? There we go. Work on making sure your chest is out. Don't let it cave in. Ready? Each. Knee. Chrissy, you can angle your upper body a little bit more. So. JT, that looks pretty nice. Sheet. Good, guys. Go. Not bad. Not bad. Rope. Oh, Sparrow, you can go lower than that, buddy. Seach. Don't be afraid to angle that upper body just a little bit as long as your body stays straight. Cute. Remember, guys, we're taking our hips lower than our knees if we can. Not down to our knees, lower than our knees. Hotch. If you don't have any knee issues or back issues or you're under 15 years old, there shouldn't be any issues there. Ready? Hotch. Cute. Bend both knees equally for me, guys. G. All right. Add a front kick when you're done. Each. Kick. Knee. We're obviously going to alternate legs so we don't kick off the same side, guys. So. Sheet. Go. Hook. Seach. Lower, Gavin. There you go. Hotch. Almost there. Come on, Carson. Get low, Carson. Cute. Get low, Carson. There you go. G. Yeah. We got to strengthen those legs, some of you guys. All right, Yame, shake it out a little bit. How's everybody feeling? Good, sir. Good. Feet together, please. Let's bow. Right. And everybody here, we're going to need a little bit more room than we actually have. I want you guys to spread out for kata, please. Go. Guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this camera next to the group so you guys can watch everybody doing this sideways. I'm going to demonstrate kind of in the middle of the room so everybody can watch. If we're here, guys, everybody spread out just a little bit. Corbin, your way over here. Yeah, Grant, two back, a little bit. Carson, your way over there. Perfect. Guys, so if y'all can see me, I can't tell if y'all can see me, but I believe so. Let's all bow. Right? Yo. Right to back. Right. Guys, so what we're going to start off with is usually we do a combat Oceguera moving forward. We're going to do the same thing moving backwards. All right? I'm going to move backwards, combat Oceguera, boom, and then just reset. Move backwards, boom, and just reset. Make sure your punch lands nice and strong. And you go right back to your start. Everybody got it? Let's just do that for about 10 counts. Get comfortable with moving backwards. Each. And then right back. Beat. So give me a nice strong punch. So. Sheet. Go. All right, so nobody should be having any trouble with this. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn that into a back fist. Instead of throwing a boxer's jab, you're going to turn it into a back fist. How much more does your body turn when you throw a back fist, guys? Yes, Grant. Zero. If your body turns a certain amount on a jab, it should turn the same amount on a back fist. Don't turn extra. Don't mess up your stance. Each. Here's what I mean, guys. If I'm moving backwards and throwing a boxer's jab, my hips should be boom. Basically, straight. I'm turning just a little bit, but I'm just turning a little bit. When I throw a back fist, I don't want to mess my stance up. Everybody see that? When I move backwards, boom, I'm still in a good fighting stance. Everybody got it? Ready, and go! Seach. Hotch. Cute. G. All right. You guys remember earlier how I said don't mess your stance up? Okay, we're going to mess our stance up now. This is the actual drill I wanted to cover. So if we're here, we're going to push backwards. I'm going to turn my hips. I'm going to throw my back fist, but my toes are going to turn away from my opponent. Notice how my toes are turning and my other knee bends extra. So earlier, my front knee was bent more. Now my other knee will be bent more. Everybody got it? I'll move backwards. Boom! If I'm here, I'm going to land a back kick. Everybody understand? If you're a purple candidate, that's you, Robbie, you're just going to throw a side kick instead of a back kick because you're not responsible for back kicks yet. So if I'm facing the camera and I'm a purple candidate, I'm going to turn my hips, back fist, side kick. Nice and simple. If I'm not a purple candidate, I'm going to do the same exact thing, but instead of having my toes sideways, I'm going to work on turning my toes and my body more to put my toes down. Everybody got it? So Mike, can I borrow you just a second? Let's say Mike and I are working, and let's say he's getting really, really close. I'm going to work on throwing that back fist. Let's say I turn my body by accident. I didn't want to. I should still be able to throw a good technique while I'm turning my body. Everybody got it? Thank you, Mike. Good. On the count, guys. Let's see what you got. Each. There we go. Knee. So. There you go. There you go. Remember, you're turning your body, but you're not turning your eyes. You don't want to look away from where you're kicking. Down. And Carson, make sure you don't step up, buddy. Check this out. I don't want to move backwards and then forward. I move backwards and take my left leg. You got it, buddy? Don't step up. Ready, in. Hop! There you go. Now, where's your eye? Where's your eye? You're hitting me right here. Boom. Right here. Ready, in. Two. Step up. Step up. Ready, in. Three. Yeah. Switch feet. Go. Guys, I'm not going to baby y'all. We're not going to go through the whole cycle. I just want to do the same thing off the other side. We're not going to worry about jabs. We're not going to worry about just doing the back fist. We're going to put it all together. Remember, if you're a purple belt candidate, you're going to throw a side kick. Everybody else, you sure Gary. Back kick. Each. There you go, Miss Holt. I like that. Knee. So. There we go. There you go. Sheet. Guys, is it a good idea to turn your back on your opponent? No, not a good idea, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you end up kind of turned away, or maybe you turn one direction, but they move the other direction. You're kind of behind them a little bit, or they're kind of behind you. You want to be able to throw that kick, still be effective if they're moving out behind you. Ready, in. Hotch! Two! Where's those hands? Where's those hands? Where's those hands? Don't step up, Gavin. Just pick your right leg up. You understand, buddy? You need me to demonstrate, or you think you got it? All right, ready, in. Two. You see how your left foot is pushing up before you kick? Once you move it backwards, keep it there. Just pick the right leg up. Ready, in. Two. One. There you go. So here's what you need to do, Gavin. Guys, what I'm gonna demonstrate what Gavin was doing here. Gavin, you were pushing and then stepping up, right? And I said, don't do that. And that was pretty close. What you were having trouble with is you were back facing, but your hips weren't turning. Remember, when you throw that back, boom, you're turning away. Your hips are already ready for that kick out. You got it, buddy? Turn your hips when you throw your kick. Remember, we're messing up our stance intentionally. Hotch! 10 times better, Gavin. Good job, buddy. Two! Nice. Last one. Keep those hands up, Mr. Underwood. Don't let them flop around. You look like you're flying. G! Yeah! Yum, hey! Everybody, near right. And about Ray. How's everybody feeling, guys? Guys, that's a really, really good sparring combination or drill. It's not something I recommend that you do on purpose, but if you ever find yourself turning away from your opponent or they're getting out to your side, you want to still be able to throw that front leg kick out, and a back or a side kick is really, really effective for that. Everybody got it? Right. Yo. The lowest belt we've got in here, it looks like, is a purple candidate. Purple candidate with 2 tips, so we should feel pretty comfortable with pin on Sandon. Let's run that. On the count. Each. Good start. Good start. Knee. So. Guys, something you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure your elbows come together when you switch these blocks. If I'm switching these, I don't just want to end up with different blocks. I want to bring them together. They should rub when I throw these low blocks and this middle block. Go! Roke! Seach! Now, one rule that'll really help you guys out for that specific technique, or that specific motion rather, is that every single time that you're switching your arms, one is going down and one that's going up, the one that's going down always goes on the inside. Go! Roke! Seach! Hotch! Two! Good strong Jinzuki here, guys. What I've noticed a lot of people do here is they kind of waddle into that next position. You want to make sure your left foot swings around and you end up in a good Masubidachi without really waddling or moving your feet around extra. Feet move one time. Go! Nice, nice. Ready? Each! Mr. Underwood, go back and do that one more time for us, just so everybody can watch. Now do it about half speed. He's going to work on. Let me talk while you do it, okay? So let me talk you through it. Mr. Underwood is going to step forward and he's going to pull his elbow back. Before he turns his body, he's going to make sure that elbow's all the way back, and then he's going to turn and swing that elbow out. Make sure those knees are bent. Once he's done with that, he's going to throw a nice strong hammer fist strike, pull it back to his hips. So that block that you're doing with your arms bent, anybody know what that's called? Uh-oh. Extra points. If anybody at home knows what it's called, y'all can type it in if you'd like to. We're going to finish out this kata. Each. Knee. Some. Gavin, make sure that's a fighting stance there, buddy. Make sure that's a fighting stance. Don't line your feet up. Step up, step around, and MP strike. Go! Strong elbow. Seach! This stance should basically be the stance that we were doing deep knee bends out of. Wider than ready stance. Here's my ready stance. I need to be wider than that, but I need to be smaller than more stance. Somewhere in between there. Get your arm over your shoulder, guys, but not resting on it. Make sure your hip stays all the way back, Gavin. Ready? Big deal, gentlemen. Right foot in. Yeah. Hey! Left, right. Right! And out. Right. How's everybody feeling?
Great, sir.
Guys, if you are a purple candidate, you're going to move on to Ippon Kumite katas 1 through 12. I'm going to count pretty quick, so you're going to make sure that you keep up with us. Everybody else, we're going to run pin on Yondan. Sparrow, do you feel very comfortable with this kata or not very comfortable? Very comfortable. Tell you what, guys, y'all scoot in this direction. That way, Ben, y'all scoot in this direction for me, everybody, except for Ben. That way you have your spot over there for the Ippons. All right, 1 through 12, okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Yo! Have we not bowed? Let's try it again. Everybody heels together, please. Right. Make sure we do these right. Yo! If you are a purple or purple candidate, 1 through 12 Ippons, remember, I'm counting pretty quick. Sparrow said he feels fantastic about this kata, so I'm going to run pin on Yondan pretty quickly. Each! Right hand up, Christy. Knee! Left hand up, Christy. Some! Sheet! Carson, I love the way you were pulling those arms back. Just make sure they're in hikite, okay, buddy? Not out here. Down! Rope! Number 2 now, right, Ben? If you're doing Ippon Kumite, you're doing number 2. Each! Knee! So! Sheet! Put this camera right on Ben because we've got more people, more purple and purple candidates doing this with Ben in the upper belts. So we're going to check these Ippons out. Step back and low block. Go! Now, guys, if you're doing the Ippons, check out how Ben's body is still almost straight. And notice how his front knee is bent. A lot of times when people move back and low block, you guys check your own stance out. When people move back and low block, they like to turn and they like to lean back. You got to make sure you're still in a good, strong fighting stance when you do that, just like that. Go! Ooh, Carson, one more time, buddy. This is a small detail, but it's very important. Put that hand where it needs to be. Don't let that hand float around while you're trying to go. Back, back. Go! Now don't let that hand float. Keep it in place. Seach! Hotch! If you're doing pin on Yondan, I'm looking for a good, strong side view and cat stance. I know it's a good side view and cat stance if your back knee is over your back foot and your front knee is not over your front foot. You want that front heel up, you want your back straight, and you want that right knee bent extra. Go! Ben, what was the name of that hand technique you just did?
Tate.
Tate, good work. Vertical fist. Go! Or vertical punch. Ho! Carson, close those hands, buddy. Close those hands. Seach! We're on number 4 for the Ippons. Hotch! So if you did this and pin on Yondan here, guys, you want to make sure the hand that traveled down, your right hand, went on the inside of that other arm. Now your left hand will be traveling down. You want that one to go on the inside. It's very similar to pin on Sandan. If you're doing side view, if you're in a side view and cat stance right now, guys, make sure your back knee is over your back foot. If you're traveling at an angle, check this out. If your body's traveling in that direction, your chest should be towards you. So you don't want to over-prioritize turning in that direction. You want your body to be sideways, and then just get everything else in position. Go! If you're doing pin on Yondan, hey! Knee right, and Ray. Sparrow, come back here and join Ben for the Ippons, buddy. Get your right shote out. You're about to double punch, okay, buddy? Sparrow, you basically have one job. Do better than everybody else training at home. Do better than Ben right here, Mr. Green Candidate. double punch. Everybody else, pin on, go down. Gavin Grant. Switch spots with, actually, just hold way up for me. Where you need to be. You guys scoot up for me. Carson, get behind them. Christy, get behind them, please. All right. If you're doing the Ippons, you're about to double punch. Everybody else, we're about to do pin on, go down bell, right? Yo. Just follow along, gentlemen. Each. Middle block and punch. Oh, it's like pin on sun, down, but I can punch it, right? Hey. So. All right. All right. Number 5.
Yes, sir.
H. Me. So. Sparrow, do you know the name of this hand technique, buddy? Uh-oh. Ben, you know the name of this hand technique?
Ippon strike.
Oh, very close. Ippon nukete. One finger eye gouge. Okay. Ready? There you go. Go! Carson, bend your knees, buddy. Put your hands apart. Guys, if I'm doing a juji uki, a cross block, I'm not making, shadow puppet doves or anything, right? You want to make sure your hands are away from each other. You're tracking something. Go! Speed it up, guys. Rope! Ippon kumite number 6. Sich! Arch! So remember, guys, this next stance bend, make sure your front toes are pointed towards the exit side. You want your front toes towards the bend both knees equally. So most of these first stances, guys, are all fighting stances. They should be a shikodachi. Let me get back here. They should be a shikodachi with both knees bent equally. Both knees should be bent equally. Our body's in an angle. I'm not in fighting stance. Our body's side. Ready? Go! Bring it back, strike again. Up! Sich! Hunch! Corbin, do the next move, please. Work on jumping up, not far. Christy, do the next move, please. Work on those hikitates before you land. Carson, do the next move, please. Well, I like the hikitates. Just work on getting up a little bit more. You want your right foot in front, okay, buddy? All together. Go! Each. Number 7, gentlemen. Let's go. Ippon kumite. You guys are taking a nap over there. Go ahead and step. Left foot back bend. Go ahead and high block for me. Oh, other foot. There we go. If you guys are training with us from home, doing the Ippons, make sure you guys are in that first move of number 7. Knee. So. Kick and strike. It's a shuto strike. Sheet. You guys were taking a nap over here.
Not taking a nap.
I know. I'm just messing with you, buddy. Down. Everybody, hey. If you're doing the Ippons, we're going to finish 8 through 12 here in just a second. Everybody else, bow. Right? Mr. Underwood, you need to go. Go. Everybody else, scoot up just a little bit for me. Grant and Gavin, move back that way for me, please. Sparrow, join the green belts. Get behind them. All right. Everybody bow. Right? Nahunchi, if you're a brown candidate or above. If you're a green belt or a green candidate, you're going to run a motokata. Yo. Purple belts, we're going to finish Ippons out, and then we'll move on to motokata here in a second, okay? Yes, sir. All right, let's check it out, man. Let's see it. Number 8, if you're doing the Ippons. Each. Me. So Robbie, if you're doing the Ippons, I'm going to take the camera away from Ben. I'm going to put it on everybody doing pin on. I'm doing Nahunchi. Robbie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you which number we're on and what strike you need to be throwing. This is a Tetsui strike, Robbie. Double punch, Robbie. Go! Row! Seach! Robbie, we're doing number, and Kelso. I don't want to forget about Kelso. Robbie and Kelso, we're doing number 9 now. Number 9. It's just like number 3. You're going to go throw a tate. Right hand middle block. High block. Each. There you go. Knee. So. Sheet. Go. Row. Seach. Number 10, Robbie and Kelso. This is a shote. This is a shote. So if you're doing number 10, you should be just like this, like number 4. I think you guys can see me. Then you'll double punch. Yeah! Step back and low block. Roke! All right. Seach! Hotch! Q! Green and green candidates. Good confidence, guys. I like the way you're moving. G! If you're doing number 11, this is an Ippon Nukate like number 5, that one finger eye gouge, just like Ben's got. Go! Roke! Seach! Number 12, if you're doing the Ippons. Drop your body weight, block with your right arm. Do not step back. Each! Knee! So! Carson, make sure you got a good full hikate, okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Sheep! Guys, if you're doing a moto, go ahead and move on to the second half. Step back, low block, and punch. Sparrow, do you feel comfortable with this or not really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Ready, hand. Each! Make sure it's a low block, Grant. Knee! So! If you're doing Ippons, y'all been doing those for a while, let's go ahead and knee right and bow right. Ben, great job, man. Hang tight. If you're Robbie, if you're Kelso, hang tight for just a second, guys. Ready, hand. Each! I'm going to finish out these katas. Knee! So! What block comes next? Rhythm? I'm not rhythm. Sparrow?
Middle block.
Soto Uki, middle block. Each! Knee! If you're doing the hunchy, yum, hey! That's all my upper belts. Knee right and bow right. Ben, join this group, please. You guys are going to run a moto kata from the very beginning.
Yes, sir.
If you are a purple belt or above, you're running a moto kata. If you're Robbie, you're going to do step up Kokoto Gary, hook kick. Right? Your purple candidates, go ahead and get right foot back. Go. Now we're going to work on those hook kicks for my purple candidates. Everybody else, a moto kata. My green and green candidates, y'all are already doing it, right, guys? Ready, and each. Knee. So. She. So remember, Robbie, if you're doing a hook kick, make sure it goes over someone's shoulder, snaps across, and goes back to fighting stance. Go. Shoe toes, gentlemen. If you're doing the second half of a moto with my green and green candidates, you throw a shuto uki, a knife edge block. Go! Roke! Guys, if you're blocking, we're all going to run the second half here in a second. Before you're done. This is not a good block. Hello. Right? Swing, not a circle. Stop the block, then punch. Stop the block, then punch. That was this, guys? So, whoop! Go! Put your feet down. Better block though, buddy. Keep it up. Out! Seach! Punch into the head now. Punch into the head. Switch feet, Chrissy. Knee! So! Triple punches to the body. Each! Knee! If I've got any purple belts at home that needs work on this Emoto kata, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to do a private lesson to work on this kata. It's not an easy one. Go! Ho! If you're a green or green candidate doing Emoto kata, the second half, you're going to do Tetsuis now. Hammer fists. Each! Knee! Guys, as you do these triple punches, try not to bounce. Try to stay nice and low. Don't bounce while you're punching. Ready? Go! Roke! Carson and Corbin, both of you guys are doing a little bit of bounciness here. Work on staying low, okay, gentlemen? Go! Roke! What are we doing now, green and green candidates?
I want
Jodan Ukis, high blocks. Each! Punch to the body, guys. Punch to the body. If you're in the back. If you're in the front, punch the head. Knee! If you're done with the first half, hang tight for just a second. Everybody else, each. Knee. So. Yeah, mate. If you're a green belt or below, everybody, knee right. Green belts and below only. Inbound, Ray. You guys scoot to the back. Have a seat for me, please. Go. Green belts and below, you guys get a break for just a second. This group, our brown candidates and above, you guys should all feel very, very comfortable with the second half of Moto. I'm going to count really fast. Let's get through these. Each. Knee. So. She. This is a fun kata once you stop being so nervous about it. As soon as you stop thinking so hard. Go. Row. But obviously, in order to get to where you don't have to think about it so hard, there's a lot of practice, a lot of thinking hard before you get there. Go. Row. Seach. Carson, awesome. Yakazuki's awesome effort. Still got to work on those hikates, but man, your effort's way up there. Each. A little bit bigger middle blocks there, Mr. Corbin. Knee. There you go. So. She. Go. Row. Seach. Hotch. Cute. D. Punch the head. Each. Make sure your block lands when your foot stops. Knee. So. Mike, give me just a little bit more of a chamber. Your arm is here. Make sure it turns and then turns back out. Go. There you go. You're right, and then go ahead and punch. Just pull that hand back. There you got it. Ready? Go. Ho. Seach. Tiny bit big. Just a little bit bigger. Seach. Hotch. Cute. D. Last cycle. Let's burn it out. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. Yeah, mate. You right. Everybody bow. Right. Everybody line. Go. Yeah, so Ben, you can go ahead and jump in the second row, buddy. Carson, jump in the front row, please. Hurry, gentlemen. Hurry, gentlemen. Carson, jump in the front row, buddy. The front one. Thank you, sir. Everybody bow. Right. Guys, I don't usually do this. We had a great class so far. The only things that we haven't covered that I wanted to cover are my brown belt and above curriculum. So we have about 3 minutes before class ends. If you are not a full brown belt, you guys are dismissed. Everybody give me one big bow. Right. Obviously, if you guys are at home and you're a brown belt, stick around with us. Black belt, stick around with us. We're going to cover some upper belt curriculum. If you guys are lower belts and want to stick around and watch, you can certainly do that. But we are done with class for all lower belt curriculum. You guys are free to go. Go. Yes, Carson. Nobody. Okay. You guys spread out for kata, please. Go. Guys, so everybody else would have just been sitting down, watching. So what I want to do is I want to make sure we're nice and spread out and have plenty of room. We're going to run Kushanku real quick. Right? Yo. So guys, it looks like we do have a couple brown belts training with us, Nikyus, Sankyus. So what I want to make sure that I do is that we cover this kata pretty thoroughly. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to holler at me. Guys, if y'all have any questions at home, just put them in the chat, and I'd be happy to answer them. Each. Hey. So. She. Go. Row. Make sure your feet are parallel here. So everybody do me a favor, look down at your toes. In this stance, I should not have one set of toes pointed to the wall and one pointed toward the other wall. They should both be pointed at an angle, so they're parallel. Go! So what I like to do is I'm not going to turn my body as I step. I'm going to work on stepping and turning my body as I block. You all see the difference there? My toes stay straight and turn together. That helps me kind of not turn in different directions. So step, twist, go! Row! Straight out of pin on, showdown. Step up, kick and middle block. Towards me. Go! 3 good shoe toes. Row! Cinch! Hotch! Kick straight, set off at an angle. Coo! This is just a low kakutsudachi. Coo! G! Each! It's a deep reverse punch stance, guys. Those look pretty good. Make sure your front toes are turned straight at the absolute least. Ideally, they're turned in. Each! Knee! So! She! Go! It's better, Chrissy, just a little bit more on the snapback, but it's those two joints moved independently. That's better. Each! Knee! That's better. You threw your elbow out a little early, but everything else was good. Each! Knee! So! She! Song cues. Yum. Hey! Knee right. And Ray. Christy, any questions over that kata? All right. Song cues, you guys are dismissed. Great job. You're good to go. Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to finish out the rest of this kata. Second half. Each. Knee. So regular old yakin or Niko Ashidachi. Knee. Push back, fighting stance. Miss Holt, do the next move, please. Go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mike, do the next move, please. Go. Not bad, Mike. Not bad. Each. Spin to your left. Make sure you're in a front viewing cat stance. Go. So, Mike, push your weight back a little bit. Push your back toes towards me. There we go. It can be a little bit longer than that, but you definitely don't want it that long. Go. Same thing, Miss Holt. That stance can be just a little bit longer. Ready? Each. Knee. Something that kind of messes with people when we describe it this way. It used to mess with me a lot. Your front viewing cat stance should be about as long as your Yakuzukidachi. That kind of feels weird, but that's how long it should be. Shouldn't be shorter than that.
What's our target on this?
Solar plexus. Ribs area. Body, definitely. Go! Same thing here. That's a strike to the body, not a low block. So raise it up just a little bit. There you go. Go! Head level, obviously. Row! Impy strike. Cinch! Mike, try that one more time. Pull your back foot up. There you go. There it is. There it is. Miss Holt, do the next move, please. Right hand up, right hand underneath. Mike, go. Right hand up, right hand underneath. There you go. Each. Remember, try not to stand up there, Mike. You're just nice and low still. Knee. I don't know where it came from, but for some reason, people are raising up on that move. You just stay nice and low. Go. Row. Nope. Do me a favor. Just keep your right where they're at. This hand stays out. Nope. Keep your right hand out for me. Right hand. So keep it out in front of you. You have it. Yep, right here. So it never moves from that position. If I'm here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to lean over. So from here, check this out. This hand doesn't move. Right hand doesn't move. Yeah, but remember, it doesn't swing. It comes straight out from Hiccup, almost like an uppercut or like a punch. So I'm down here. And I thought. Does that make sense? So you don't want there to be any sideways motion in this ball. And this technique. If I'm here, then I thought. That make sense? I was noticing a lot of this. Oh, that's all that happens. Yeah, hey. We'll try it again. Make sure your right foot comes in. Yeah, hey. You right, left, right. And right. All right, guys, big yourself a hand. Good work. Guys, give me just a quick bow. Right? And you guys are dismissed as well. Have a great rest of the day. Go. Guys, if y'all stuck around with us till the end, I really appreciate you guys joining us. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Mr. Holt, Mr. Taylor. You can always message us on Facebook or put a question in the chat or email us. We'll see you guys next time.